do you think Shaq West is up to nowadays?
Trying to survive.
How so?
He doesn't have another song, bro. He's just trying to survive. Like, imagine you, like, put it to this way. This is for, like, the younger up-and-coming artists.
Right.
Like,
go on.
imagine how it feels to be on the same label as Kendrick Lamar. Like, that's for, like, the millennials, right?
Mm-hmm.
Millennial artists. Now, imagine being on the same label. Because, yeah, Kendrick Lamar, you have Schoolboy Q, right? Everybody else has to... there's not that there has to be a loser, but there's a hierarchy.
There's levels to it.
There's levels to it, clearly. Now, you're on the same label. It's Travis Scott's label, yes, but you're on the same label as Don Toliver. And he's carrying Jack Boys
if
by far.
Bro, if you ask me, I know the millennials or maybe Gen Z might say, oh, no, it's only Travis Scott. I think millennials like Don Toliver a little bit more than Travis Scott.
Hey, bro.
A true millennial, I think, would like Don Toliver.
Am I biased to him? Maybe. We have the same birthday.
I didn't even think about that.
Am I biased to him? Maybe, but I liked his music before I knew that.
Oh, so did I.
Yeah. What I like to do, guys, if you're new here, if you didn't listen to the old podcast, by the way, hi.
Hi, everybody. This is the Heaven's Demons podcast.
It's because you brought up a conversation I really wanted to talk about. My bad.
But
I'm sorry.
I was just singing Shaq West before I hit play. I was like, I wonder what he's up to nowadays.
That's the bad side about it being a one-hit wonder, which we'll talk about later in the podcast.
We'll talk about later in the podcast. But welcome to the Heaven's Demons podcast for our first-time listeners. I am Arturo.
I'm Adam.
And this is episode 5, right?
Yeah.
Ooh,
bro,
getting better with these numbers.
How are you remembering when we were in the 90s?
I don't know, bro.
And then now that we restarted, it's hard. 5.
Hey, bro, it's like like those new relationships. You're all fuck. Okay, how long? Okay, let me start counting. But once you're in the relationships for a long time, you're all, I know these months like nothing. Yeah. Takes me a little bit of time to acclimate myself.
Sure, I get it. I'll let that be your answer.
That's a lie. I always had to write it down on my hand.
Oh. Is that why you always had your hand closed?
Bro, that's why I was always like fucking Arthur.
Yeah, it wasn't that you had a fist. You were just hiding your shame.
So how long have y'all been together? It's funny that you asked. We've been...
It's like 7
months.
72 months. We haven't been... 12 months?
12 months.
Oh, fuck, I got sweaty palms.
Dude, I can't read my fucking handwriting. But yes, going back to Shaq West. Yeah, I imagine... And think about this. His music is meant to be played at a club or a concert. Like, there's not really much. I mean, I guess there is. I don't know how much replay value there is in terms of just
club, concert, pregame.
No, Don Toliver's way more strip club. Yeah, pregame.
Yeah, pregame. Yes. Yeah, bro. I couldn't. How many pregames were you at?
Every single one.
Yeah.
Every single one. And
was everybody Shaq West and they were getting really lit?
100%. And none of them looked like Shaq West, and none of them were getting really, really lit.
Hey. Those are some of them were. Those are the Zoomers.
Yeah, no. No fucking Zoomers. But yes, imagine like during quarantine where like nobody can go to clubs. So how much streams did it really get?
Don't know. Probably.
Versus Don Toliver or somebody else or even Travis Scott. Like I'm sure they got way more streams.
Travis obviously, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not the biggest Travis fan other than Rodeo.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Don Toliver blew up. And then to see how long he's been putting in work and then you know his backstory, like what I like to do, what I was trying to say earlier is like I like to research the artist before I fully commit to being a fan. Oh fuck, I'm all, can you hold this real quick?
Did you say commit? How many your phone?
Fucking take off.
Flip the table.
I'm on. No, you can't see my phone. Look, wasn't to say yes with Don Toliver. His streams definitely went up, blew up over the pandemic. He's coming into the new year really strong. Already lead single that I can't stop playing. It's almost like it's like it doesn't make sense how good his music sounds. Like his voice is, it's like you have Young Thug, which he walks so everybody could run, and his voice was a secondary instrument on top of the instrumental. So then you have Don Toliver that even does that even more so, and like he kind of created his own sound. Because then you have Travis Scott, and it's like, oh, Don Toliver does what Travis does, but way better.
He's very melodic in the way he does his music.
It's
while still being in rap or hip hop, I guess.
And he's actually like, there's lyrics. It's not just he's saying fragment sentences. No.
Pull up, hop out at the after party.
Yeah, bro, and you do
every time, bro.
Every time. But yeah, what What are we talking about? Oh,
We're just talking about how where the fuck Shaq West is and how he's like in comparison from that man to this man.
like he's living
Which
off.
no disrespect.
Yeah,
I mean,
no disrespect.
More successful than any one of us, I guess. But
Yeah,
I don't know. I was just wondering.
I hope he's doing okay. I
I'm
don't want to
sure
wish
he's-
bad on nobody.
I mean, I'm sure he's doing fine. You know who's not doing okay?
Who?
Everybody that was out this past weekend. I feel like
I feel like everybody and their mother.
there
was out.
wasn't. And I'm glad I lost my phone's broken. I'm without a phone right now, guys. So it's a little bit of a hard time right now. I'm not gonna talk about it. But prior to this whole weekend, I was like, dude, everybody is out.
I went to downtown Palm Springs,
Which we were out too, by the way.
Yeah.
But I'm not condemning anybody that went out.
Yeah, no,
But I'm just
that's
saying-
not what we're saying.
No, I'm just saying the amount of people. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my
Keep
lord.
an eye on this timer. Okay, we're good. Look, the amount of people that were out. I remember I went to brunch on Sunday, right? Yeah, Sunday, and I told you I was like, bro, it is so packed right now. Like, I get it. It's Memorial Day weekend. It's really like not the first weekend everybody can go out, but it's the first holiday weekend.
Oh yeah.
So you have people from all over. Like, you could tell just by looking at everybody, like, oh, you're not from here.
No.
And it was so packed, and I was like, this is insane. Like, the amount of people, and then you look at your story and then see the amount of those people that are out and in different places, and you see how many people are in those places. You're like, oh, everybody's outside,
Dude,
and everywhere's a shit show.
Dude, everywhere. And I even thought about it. I was like, I always saw people out like on Snapchats, Instagram, whatever. But I was like, after seeing everybody out and everybody in those videos
Yeah.
and photos, I'm all, where did all these people come from? I don't think I've ever seen this much people.
I think there's people that don't normally go out that just went out. Like, they probably wouldn't on a normal Memorial Day. They'll probably just be at home.
Or maybe go
Barbecue.
family barbecue, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna chill
They're
out.
like, no. I'm gonna go get fucking drunk. So it's even more so that the fans at games don't even know how to act pertaining to the NBA. Like,
Which I do want to get to. I have a theory in mind right now, but yes, go on.
it's just like nobody knows how to act. Like, you could see some people do. That's not what I'm gonna say. What I will say is there are people out there. I'm not gonna let one bad apple spoil the bunch. But if there's a lot of bad apples, or you know where there is, look, some people just don't know how to act, and like everyone's getting fucking trashed, no limits. It was us, but
We did it with flair and with dignity and respect. We were hey, look, we've been in the game too long to disrespect it. I'm a fuck. What is that word? I was gonna say.
Hey, are you really that?
I'm a purist.
Yeah,
I'm a purist.
sure.
I love the game. Don't disrespect it. It was here before us. Gonna be here after us.
I'm Money Mitch with it. I just
100%.
love the game.
For those people that go out there and fucking put dirt on our game, burn in hell. And not the good part of hell either, because I swear there is one.
Hey, after watching Lucifer, which I got some Netflix recommendations, I'm gonna toss in here.
Yeah.
Lucifer is one of them. New season of Lucifer, season 5.
Season 5, part 2.
Season 5, part 2. Yes. Look, if you throw dirt on our game, you're talking about 21, 22-year-old Adam. I'm aged, more dignified now.
Like wine.
Yeah, exactly.
Like wine.
I age Latinos. Us, we age like wine. I learned from my mistakes.
Thank you, God.
Hey, no more holding my throw up inside of a club. Nah, those days are behind me.
Hey.
That Cinco de Mayo was crazy though.
Hey, but what do you do now?
What I do now,
Give
if you
him
see,
game.
hey, I'll sneak off. You won't see me.
Hey, Adam's been gone for about 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, he'll be back right now, ready to drink.
No, he's getting it together.
Fucking threw up a boot back there, but you didn't see it.
Hey, bro, threw up. Hey, you puked. It didn't look good. You were in the stall. Hey, you're in the stall.
Maybe.
Hey, I hope.
Maybe.
We're assuming it's a stall. It might have been a bush. The point of the matter is, it's not in front of anybody. You want to make this as classy and as just nonchalant as possible.
Hey.
And you get back to the group, and you know what? Rinse out your mouth. All right, guys, what are we doing next?
I will say this: as much as we drank, I remember everything that happened.
100%.
Everything that happened and I remember you telling me, like, do you remember this part? I was like, yes, bro, I remember it all. You're like, we also finished 2 bottles of liquor. I'm like, that's disgusting, but I still remember. And then woke up the next day to go fucking bottomless mimosas.
Yeah.
Raging like I'm fucking 22, but my body was hurting.
Yeah. No,
Hurting in significant amount of pain.
catches up to you.
Oh, it really does.
Catches up to you.
Hey,
And
but like a vet to the game, like LeBron in year 18, you know how to maneuver. You know how to maneuver. Hey, give me my hot coffee, water, orange juice. Let's get this shit cracking.
Hey. It's gonna take me about 10 minutes to acclimate myself. Give me my 10 minutes.
Took the hottest shower, laid down for a bit, woke up, took off like a champ.
Now, what you should have done, which was what I was doing, should have been drinking a lot of water in between all those drinks.
Maybe. If I was offered water.
Oh, I wasn't offered water either.
If I was offered water.
Bro, I just honestly at that point I'm like, I'm gonna go see where the water is. Not my house.
Not your house.
No reason I should be going through the drawers, but
Why would
or to
water
the
be in the
cabinets.
drawers? I was about to say why
Cabinets,
are
cabinets,
water
cabinets,
why
for the cups, you know.
kind of house were we in? But yeah,
matter.
doesn't matter.
But I do
Neither
have a
here nor
theory.
there.
Okay, I have a theory on
Get
all
to
these
your
things.
theory, please.
So, which is gonna segue into our next topic about how Coachella. There's speculation that was gonna be in October.
Yeah, that was the speculation from last year where they
Yeah.
tried to still make it happen.
No,
like
they did.
It was a toxic relationship that they were just trying to make work.
And we just kept pushing it back. We're avoiding the inevitable.
Even when it got to
Every time.
September, even when it got to September, we're like, maybe they could still do this.
Hey, could they still fucking do this?
Oh, we got a friend.
You got a friend in me.
Is that a Birkin boy? It is a Birkin boy.
Hello, sir. We have our local OG.
Oh, and you matchy with me? Oh,
Damn.
look at you.
Are we magic?
Yeah, the shorts.
We have our
Yeah.
boy Fernelius in the
I
house.
gotta wait to open this now. That you tossed it at me
What?
because it fucking exploded.
It'll
Where?
explode.
They're not carbonated.
They're not carbonated? Oh, I thought they were. Didn't one explode on you?
Huh? A Topo Chico did.
Oh, a Topo Chico did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of carbonation.
Yeah. Tap the top and tilt. A little bit of a tilt.
See, I gotta be more worried.
Why
Oh,
is
do
that
you
orange?
have a?
Oh.
Do you have any other flavor?
That's yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
look at
not
you,
to be that
fucking
guy, but I do love the other one. There you go.
Elation.
You
Elation.
see, guys,
That's
athlete,
Oh,
two hands.
that's a red berry? Oh. There you go.
athlete. Oh, this one's a little damaged, but hey, you know what, guys?
No,
Hey.
the red one's king.
No,
Look
hey,
at-
bro,
look,
that's
look,
fine
look.
with me.
That one's like when she tickles your neck. You're like,
Oh shit! Hey, bro, when she starts licking on the back, never mind.
hey, bro, hey, why'd you kick your leg? That's the feeling I
Hey, you
get.
know what that was? Him kicking his leg back. Muscle memory.
Muscle memory. When you're in the sniper position,
Hey, bro, I'll kick my legs and everything.
I'll kick my legs up and I'll do a little coochie coochie coo.
Hey, okay.
I just realized something. When you go like this, have you ever like this is gonna be a weird parallel, but like has anyone like tried to tickle you and say coochie coochie coo to you? Like as like making noise like as they're tickling you and say coochie coochie coo?
a female?
No, just a person in general. Like,
yeah?
Yeah.
We're fine.
Does that mean that? Is that reference to you? That's what you do, the coochie coochie coo?
I hope not.
Or you hope not?
Well, there's been like friends of mine that are males that have done that. I hope that's not what they're thinking.
But is that like the origin of?
Oh, maybe.
Is that the origin of the?
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Is that the origin?
Where's Alec at?
I have no idea.
I couldn't tell you. Could not tell you.
Did you tell him?
I told him this morning.
Oh, well, I don't.
Did you want to?
This is a surprise
Do you want to
to
be on
us.
camera? Or do you want us to pull up a mic for you?
You want us to put a mic for you?
Did you want to?
Do you
Or
wanna
you want to
contribute to our
just be on the side?
If homeboy comes, if Alec comes out.
Or do you?
Okay.
How about this? How about you sit over here? You won't be on camera.
You could. I like you right there. I like you right there because when we
that's
look
fine.
that way, it looks like we're
No,
addressing
that
the
is
camera.
true, but I just want to pick up his audio a little bit better.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
A little bit.
Okay, in poquito.
Yeah.
What the fuck was it? Oh, yes, I have a theory on these things. So, as Coachella was even saying, oh, you know what? October might be a possibility. It never was, guys. Just like those
Guayaki.
toxic relationships.
Guayaki.
It was never going to happen.
Guayaki sponsor us.
Yeah, at this point, look, I have Topo Chico and Yerbuzz.
Guayaki sponsor us. Double Chico sponsor us. We're some guapapis.
Let me get to my theory. So,
Go for
I
it.
have a reason to believe that Coachella had foresight with setting it in 2022. Because I have a feeling Rolling Loud, by the way, is going to be in December of 2021, which is going to be, if you guys didn't see the lineup, phenomenal fucking lineup.
Stacked.
By the way, it's not at the same event center.
It's in
fucking
San Bernardino. Thank God.
Way different. I could do that. But what I was going to say is Coachella had foresight because I have a feeling there's going to be fucking melee at these first few concerts. And what Coachella didn't want is melee to happen. They wanted it to kind of simmer down. People to start, you know what, get it out the way. Go
Yeah.
ahead, get fucked up, do all those stupid things early. But
Imagine the amount of arrests that would happen.
Oh, if Coachella was the first one,
Yeah.
bro, we wouldn't have enough policemen in the county. Not
That's
enough.
true.
I have a feeling Coachella.
Fernie's like, I don't know about that.
No, Fernie's
He's like, there's enough policemen in the county.
He's like, just not for me.
I've seen him.
I've seen them
But yeah, I
at
have
6th Street.
oddly enough always just hanging out. But yes,
I get it. I'm rolling with you.
I have a
They
feeling
don't
that's
want to
what
be
they
the
did.
first, but they do want to be the best.
They're
And in turn, it being safer makes them the best.
yeah.
And they have the better layout. Even like no matter what, even though they're moving, I've never been to the Nas Event Center. That's where Rolling Loud's gonna be at. Never been there, but I imagine it can't be worse than where it was last year in LA.
No, because for those of you guys who were, ooh, sounds great. For those of you guys who didn't know, it was at USC's kind of like off campus where they have, I think, isn't that where LAFC plays?
Yeah.
So that's the new stadium they built, kind of, and there's a lot of cement.
It's too narrow.
It's too narrow. The fucking walkways. There was a point in time where somebody, and Franny's gonna love this story. There's a point in time where there was a man, a young man, a young gentleman in a wheelchair, and did the fucking people move out the way or say, "Hey guys, watch out"? Not once,
Bro.
This guy almost died.
Bro, he was like Simba in The Lion King.
People had
in the Stampede.
It was getting so bad they had to pick him up on this chair and be.
First of all, he knew what jungle he was in.
To be fair, I wouldn't go into the lion's den if I'm in that situation. We barely wanted to get in.
Bro,
that situation.
you're in a melee between Rich the Kid, Suicide Boys, and Lil Durk fans.
What'd you think was gonna happen?
Suicide Boys was already.
Yeah, so and that was us.
No, that was,
that was us.
Hey, fan for life after their show.
Yeah, but
Especially after seeing that.
yeah,
They're a different breed.
a different breed. It was not the best scenario, and I don't know if that was where they've always been, or they just
I don't think
that was
so.
the second venue that they tried. They're
think
like,
so.
hey, let's just find maybe an open area that's safe. Like we just put it like. That's the advantage Coachella has, is they have such a great layout as far as like being here, Southern California.
Some would say perfect layout.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I've never been to Outside Lands, but that looks good too.
It does look good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's just something about being
But
in
it
a
is
city.
also in a park, and it's like
Yeah.
from what I remember, the park is kind of rectangular. Coachella, open, square. You can get to anywhere pretty relatively easily.
Yeah,
I think that's their advantage, and it's a good time of the year. I
And
can only
it-
imagine. Which I told you too. I was like, I mean, I guess that they're gonna have it in October, but I have a gut feeling they're gonna have it in April. Why the fuck are they having like a 10-month fucking rollout?
and I told you, I was like, hey, bro, got just the rollout.
I
And sure
guess.
enough, that's what it was.
No, so go ahead and watch in a
But
month.
it's a rollout, but it's also because it's the pre-sale to where you could do pre-sale orders and monthly payment option,
Right.
layaway option.
You think they're gonna have it what next month
No. They're what do you
they
mean?
announce?
They announced it's Friday.
for Coachella?
For Coachella, that goes on sale Friday,
Yeah.
June 4th.
I lose my phone for a day and a half, and look at me.
Yeah, look at you, bro.
I'm
I'm
so
trying
out
to update you.
I'm so out of touch with humanity.
No, I was telling us where you been.
Yeah.
I lost my phone.
Lost his phone for
My
not
phone
even a
broken.
whole day. Not even a whole day yet. But and I was having a conversation with somebody about how the contracts work with artists that go to Coachella. And she was like, "Do you think the lineup's going to be the same?" And I'm like, "Yes, because
Maybe even better. I'll be honest.
maybe even better. But artists missed out on a whole year of getting checks for performing, and Coachella pays their artists a lot of money,
Very well.
a lot of money to perform, and they have the rare opportunity to where they can do all these shows. Because normally, how the contract works is when you perform Coachella, you can't do another festival in festival in Southern California 4 months before or 4 months after their show. So it forces you to go. You have to go to Coachella to see that artist.
Yeah.
So now,
Which they could still do individual concerts.
yeah,
But even then, most of the time those people never do because
Yeah.
they're all, my fans are gonna see me at Coachella.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna want to see me in a month after.
yeah,
So,
I'd rather go to Arizona. I'd rather go over.
so
to
they set it up
yeah.
strategically that way.
So now they have the
Smart
rare
on
opportunity, and that's for the same, I think, calendar year. So now, like, our artists that are, since Rolling Loud's lineup is so stacked, majority of those artists usually perform at Coachella, and now they have the opportunity where they could perform at Coachella December, and then they could do it in April.
Oh, it was
and double up their money.
No, it was strategic on on all those party sides. And think about it: if you're an artist, why wouldn't you want to be a part of the first Coachella back from a pandemic?
Yeah.
Like how great these shows are going to be. I'm sure are going to be next level because
Yeah.
now they're going to have time to
Imagine
prep.
the guests.
the features. Yes,
the guest
100%.
artists that they bring out, and I can even imagine the small little like the Heineken House and like the Do Lab and all these other things, like random artists will come and perform. Yeah,
Do Lab, bro.
it's gonna be phenomenal. I can't wait. I'm gonna be outside for it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna be at the Do Lab.
That's key to success right there. We gotta go on Worms podcast to talk about Coachella, like little like veteran tips.
Veteran tips, and yeah, there's certain yeah, we'll give our playbook. It's not that hard of a playbook.
It's not that hard to play, but it's
but you have
common
to
sense.
Yeah, but yeah,
But
No,
also
you
you have
would
to
be
have been.
surprised.
You have to. I didn't know that my first time.
No, I didn't either.
I had to learn. It didn't take me until my third time to
It
realize
wasn't
that.
until like the third, fourth time you're like, okay, there's a better way to do
There's
this.
a way better way. Like my first time, got there right when the gates opened, 12 o'clock.
Dumb on your part.
I survived. I was also 17, so
Yeah, it's a different type of energy you have at that age.
I was just happy to be there.
Coachella Fest wide open.
It opened at, I think the gates opened at 11 or 11:30. We were there right, like
I think
one
it
of the
was-
first ones
I
walking
think
in.
it was at noon because
Throwing at it.
yeah.
Oh, bro, raging
we,
all
we had
day.
we had bowl cutters and we showed up like at like 11:30 and just snuck our way in like that. Don't
That's
do it
people.
like that. Don't do it like that.
But also, I was blessed with the tickets, so
we all
It was
can be
also
blessed.
easier time.
yeah, way
It
easier.
was
It's not what it
wait,
is
bro.
now.
It was I can't even. Never mind. I can't even
Don't.
say it. It's legal things.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a different time to get
More
in.
than 7 years, statute limitation.
I'm saying current business.
Oh, never
can't
mind.
say, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't say monthly either.
Yeah, don't do that. But yeah, different time to like sneak in and sneak things in.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, is it like? I'm jealous sometimes. Like girls, like even in that it's easy. Like
Mm-hmm.
they sneak in they have great techniques to sneak shit in,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's on their body or like accessories. Like I didn't hear about the sunblock thing until like a girl showed me.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, that's fucking genius.
yeah. They're very crafty.
No, they are. You know what? Shout out women.
That's why,
all women. Shout out.
bro. That's why they're mules. I'm sorry. That's just.
You gotta wait till I was fucking.
You saw. I waited until you started drinking.
I fucking leaked. I leaked. Thanks, guys. I leaked.
And a mule wouldn't. A real mule wouldn't.
That's for damn sure. But yes, no, these shows, if you're lucky enough to, hey, by the way, we kept our tickets from Coachella. We didn't sell those.
I
'Cause
almost did.
I knew one. I was like, I could use the money, but I'm gonna spend that money regardless. And who's to say the tickets aren't gonna be more expensive when they come out?
Not even more. Resale would probably be more expensive.
Resale and accessibility. I have a good feeling that people are gonna want to go to the first Coachella back.
And I feel like it's a far enough in advance. Not far. It's far enough out to where by the time we get to April 2022, like I've spoke with some people that said like, oh, I'm probably not gonna go. Like I don't want to be around that much people. It's like
All
by the
right.
time you get to April, like I don't even know what I'm doing in fucking September.
Yeah.
Let alone April 2022. How I'm gonna be feeling? Like I probably wouldn't be like, you know what, I'm good.
By that point, we're gonna be used to being around that
Yeah.
many people. Well, not Coachella many people, but what I'm saying is you're gonna be used to being in big groups in
Around
general.
people normalized to it, but I don't
Yeah.
want to speak for other people. I'm just saying for myself. Like I could say that right now, like, oh, I don't really want to be around a bunch of people, which I really don't. But if I get enough, slowly increasing how much people I'm around, and I start realizing like, oh, I'm fine. Like learning how to swim. Starting the shallow end, you slowly get to the deep end. You got to build that confidence.
Oh, that's how you start.
yeah. That yeah.
By the way, Fernie, I just want to tell you, I think you'd be proud of this. I had my first swim meet this last Saturday.
Oh my
Smoked,
fucking God.
smoked this girl, smoked her
I went swimming.
at swimming.
At swimming.
And by the way, I'm sure you guys have heard this. I can't swim, and I smoked her.
You can't swim.
No, I can't swim.
No, not well.
Not well, and not for a long time. It was just long enough for me to beat her.
Yeah.
We're on the same boat.
You see, bro, it's
Also,
not
I
uncommon.
can float. I ain't gonna die.
I can float.
My problem,
Maneuvering.
my problem is I get too many cramps, and that's a problem when you're swimming. And you're
That's
trying
not
to
your problem, huh?
Uh,
That's not your problem.
Doesn't matter how much I kick. I
It's the
Yeah.
coordination
don't
aspect of it.
maneuver through the water.
Can you walk and chew gum?
Huh?
What? It's just.
Wait, you're not supposed to.
No, it's because you said the maneuver. It's like, I don't know. I guess I grew up at the river and
yeah,
stuff,
it's
so
just different
and
animals.
always swimming.
I grew up poor.
Oh, we weren't rich.
But just a little story for the for
Yeah.
the weekend, guys. I mean, I don't like to brag or anything, but
Hey, congratulations, bro. You're real Michael Phelps.
thanks, bro.
You're
If
Miguel
I could-
Phelps.
Hey, if I could get a trophy, I could get a certificate, just anything at this point, a little recognition. Thanks, guys.
If
Was
I
that what you
had-
did it for?
I swear, if I had a trophy, I'd get it.
Thank you,
First
Fernie. And
I know a guy
you
that
mean
makes trophies. I know a guy that makes
I know,
trophies.
I know we
place.
do.
I would wanna, like,
It's not gonna be on our company card, asshole.
I would want to make a little figure pushing the girl's
Yeah.
face.
Oh,
Just fucking
no, like
drowning her.
it's him like this, pushing her head down, and this one coming over.
Something
Hey,
majestic.
how bad do you guys want to win? You gotta ask yourself.
That's majestic right there.
Mhm.
Definition.
I support it. I want to
Hey,
see that done.
I'm all about equality. I do it to a guy. I do it to a girl. Hey, you want to
And
win? You
it's
want to win?
safe.
What were we talking about? Oh, Coachella. Yes, I'm excited.
I'm excited. Like I know, not that we've just been cooped up for a year, but like we were excited for the lineup when we originally saw it in 2019.
Coachella, because I know you're listening to this because of our 50 million viewers and listeners. If you take away my emotional Sunday, that Sunday was fucking stacked with people.
Yeah.
Like that was gonna be a day where you know what? That's the come down from Friday and Saturday. Sunday is the day you cry.
Yeah.
Actually, Friday was, to me personally, wasn't that great.
Friday wasn't that great.
Usually they don't go all out on the first day.
No, they never do.
It's enough artists to where you're gonna go. You're gonna have.
2016? No, 16. 16, yeah, 16.
I was there.
It was stacked the first day. Well, it wasn't stacked, but there was something.
I think they stack it in terms of the people that are really gonna love Friday are really gonna love Friday. They might not love completely Saturday. Like I think they stack it in certain ways. Like if you notice, Sunday was stacked with a lot of R&B acts. But you're not. Friday wasn't stacked with a bunch of R&B acts, bro. Sunday you had like, who was it? You had Frank Ocean. You had like Kehlani, Emotional Oranges. There's a fuck ton of people. I can't even remember.
I mean, it's been 2 years. Maybe I haven't checked the list again.
No, Sunday.
I could bring it up right now, but yeah.
Yeah. The point of the matter is, I think they do it on purpose, though.
And it's probably not going to be the exact same lineup, but a lot of the big font artists are probably going to be there.
If Frank Ocean's not headlining, I'll burn the whole place down. Just kidding. It's a joke, Coachella. Don't ban me.
Sunday.
Sunday is going to be the best day.
Who's Roddy Ricch is going to be on Saturday, huh? Is he still on there?
Well, we don't know. We don't know. From the past one, yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Past one, yeah.
I don't remember that far back, except for my Sunday emotional artist.
Like,
You could read it.
you could read it?
Mm-hmm. You could read it without having a.
Maybe
without having a fucking. All right.
How having a
Rod.
Was that around the box when they dropped it?
Yeah, that was peak. That was Roddy's year. Yeah. You tell me if he doesn't play that now, that doesn't go up.
Oh no, it's gonna blow up.
But wow.
Same with Shaq West. One song people.
Oh, he missed the Shaq West conversation.
Oh, he did miss the Shaq West conversation. But yes, I'm excited.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see all the debauchery. Debauchery.
It's gonna be a fucking disgusting. Hopefully by that time everybody's vaccinated. Which segue into our next topic.
Yeah.
Have you entered your name into the lottery?
Well, it was automatically entered.
Your name was automatically entered to the lottery. Now I just found that out.
Yeah.
I was like,
everybody, because they have a database of everyone that's been vaccinated, you're automatically entered to win the lottery.
Okay, so for those of you guys that don't know, California has a lottery for people that have been vaccinated, which are pretty good at rewards. How much wasn't it, like 15 million, like in total prizes?
Yeah.
Like total prize money. Fucking.
Oh, bro, I thought it was 150 million, but it's probably 15 million.
Oh, maybe, I don't know. Guys, also numbers all the time. It's.
But what's money really?
No, you
what's
say
money
that,
really?
You say that until it's our money being used. You say that.
Well, it's always been our money.
Huh?
It's always been our money.
I know.
The regular lottery's always been our money. They're not telling you.
In
The
a
regular
way,
lottery's
yes,
always
but
been
it
our
also
money.
has to do with a lot of people buying into it too.
Yeah.
They adopted that idea from the mafia.
Oh, so you're telling me that the mafia and politicians are the same people?
I'm just saying
They just rose up in the ranks. It's their nieces and nephews. Mm-hmm. That's what
All I
it
know
is.
is I can't wait for California to legalize fucking gambling like that. I want to be happy that day. But yes, California adopted this whole lottery thing with vaccinations.
To encourage people to go get vaccinated.
My question to you is scenario hypothetical. If I wasn't vaccinated, how long do I have to wait? Like, could I still be in it?
You have to
Is there
get
like a
both your
deadline
doses.
day? No, I know. Is there like?
I don't know if there's a deadline day, but I just know that they're trying to get people there as fast as you can, or as fast as they can, to hurry up, because they approximated. It's a bullshit number. They really don't know, but they said 50% of adults.
I find that hard to believe.
I find it hard to believe. It's almost like the census. I really don't believe the census, because I don't think everybody fills it out, even though you should. But I don't think that
the census.
Yeah, like
By the way, just so you guys know, the census does affect like local government in terms of budgeting and stuff, and county budgeting. So that is, please fill it out. Talk about, guys. I'll be honest. Me being in the middle is a little bit of a deal breaker.
Is
It does feel weird. Hey, to our previous guests, I understand now the pressure. Because you could kind of feel it.
Mm-hmm.
What were we discussing before?
We're talking about fucking some bullshit.
No, we're talking about COVID.
Coachella.
No,
COVID.
Vaccine.
Vacuum
Yes.
boys.
The wrong C, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, about deadlines, right?
Yeah.
Deadlines.
I'm just curious to see if.
There probably is a deadline. There's probably rules and stuff. They just want you to go out there. Even though I feel like, you know how like off the racks raffles, how I wish they would go.
Shout out off the rack. Hey, by the way, thank you, Punch. I won my first ever prize. It took me about 17 tries, but you know what? I finally won. I used it this weekend. It is the best tote bag I've ever created.
Mm-hmm.
It's also the size of a fucking suitcase, but I love it.
Yeah, but I feel like if you get in early, you should have like crypto. I'll change it. I don't want to put any pressure on Poncho. If you get in early and everybody else gets in, your money goes up. Your whatever you initially put in is worth more. So like if you were one of the first people to get the vaccine willingly, you should have your name entered more times to win.
That is fair. That is fair.
Because you did it willingly.
Yeah.
You did it you didn't have to be enticed. You didn't have to be coerced.
Hey, you're a little bit of a crypto man yourself.
Mm-hmm. No.
Hey, hey, everybody's portfolio's down.
Hey, ladies, if you're listening, send your man ass pics. His crypto's in the red. Because he's having a bad day.
Oh, he's having a bad week.
He's having a bad tree weeks at this point, bro. It is not nice.
We're at tree.
No,
Oh yeah, we're creeping on tree.
It's not. Hey, look, gotta have a warrior spirit.
I'm not doing too bad.
It could be worse.
Could be very worse.
I'm glad I'm seeing green.
The only thing I'm doing bad on is Ethereum.
Mm-hmm.
ETH.
I bought too late, and I'm slowly buying little by little.
Yeah, you're slowly buying the dip.
Yeah, to drop another 2 racks.
I'm lucky I got in when it was low, and then my average is pretty good to where I'm in the green.
Yeah.
My average would have been good if I kept it in Robinhood, but I let go of that long.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I just thought about this because I'm trying to think about the media people I know. How many females or women do you guys know in crypto?
Not many.
I know like 2.
Personally, you know what? One. I'm lying. One, but it was
I'm-
like Doge.
I just thought about that right now.
Immediate, no, but I see it on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
I see it on
Even
Twitter.
on Twitter's.
Yeah, I see it on Twitter. Like I think Doge is like your gateway drug of like that's the first crypto you kind of got into.
Absolutely.
And then you started like actually moving past the shit coins and started like doing research because you're like, oh, I could really make some money off of this.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is how a lot of people got in. And I see a lot of women tweet about, their portfolios being good or bad. Like I see it happen, or they post it on like Instagram, like the Robinhood, like the chart, like with a bunch of like fucking spaceships.
I got
Yeah, a bunch of rockets.
I got a friend. You guys
Rocket
know this
Man.
friend. He don't like that.
Huh?
He don't like that shit. Like when
What?
people show their portfolio,
Yeah.
like, I mean, kind of like I always look at it a little cringe. Like, what are you proving?
Yeah.
And okay, I'll say this. There is people out there that are trying to be instructional about it, and they kind of want you to see examples of like what it's done for them.
I don't look at it as a bad thing because if, say, and I'm gonna use your boy as an example. Say I got in early and I'm a whale. Whale is a person that has a lot that holds a lot of crypto
Because they bought at a very, very cheap price,
Very-
way before anybody
cheap
even
price,
heard about
put
it.
a lot of money in. If I'm a whale and I see new people getting in, posting their portfolios, and they're making money, that's going to entice more people to get. Crypto is basically like an efficient pyramid scheme, but it's like not anymore. Like it started off that way.
Maybe
It's
it
not
started-
that way
yeah, I don't
now.
think
It's
it's like
not
that,
that
no.
way now.
No.
So like how you really make money is getting in early, even more so before it even gets to these crypto apps.
On the
Before
apps.
if you could find a way in to buy these coins before they make it to Voyager, Robinhood, and all those,
about Shiba?
Coinbase, huh?
Talk about Shiba.
No. Yes. But as soon as they go public like that, that's kind of like you kind of missed it, but you could still make money. So if more people are posting and making it or normalizing it, the more people that get in, the more your account goes up.
Yeah.
Now, you don't have to be that type of person that posts your portfolio.
Don't do that.
It's not the problem with the portfolio, but I'm talking about like every week, like, oh, I'm a
Yeah.
crypto genius.
Yeah, that's a little braggadocious.
Boy,
you know what
the
I mean?
one that talks the loudest is not usually the smartest man in the room.
100%. Or the richest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the
Broke as
The richest people usually are. The richest people usually are.
It's like they stay quiet. Like we know a whale of sorts that he just doesn't say nothing.
Hey, you're supposed to be here, possibly
He's
today.
supposed to be here.
Hey, bro,
But
I know.
hey, and he
Can't
listens
prove
to
it.
this too.
I can't prove it, but I know.
And they don't say anything because that's smart. Like my dad always said, never let people know how much money you have. I get it. And nobody wants to be held responsible because that's a lot of weight. If I tell you to invest in something and you lose money, that's a lot of weight on me.
Yeah.
Like, oh fuck, I didn't tell you to put that much money into it. Like I just told you to invest.
It's like, hey, bro. Oh, you also. Hey, did you not?
It's like I always tell you guys,
Do-
throw what
yeah.
you guys can.
Yeah, what you can
I'm
what you
okay
can
with
live
losing
with.
this.
The day you guys, because I only share with you guys, because you guys are obviously my close friends. But the day that I stop saying
Crip Bros.
something, if I stop saying anything about my portfolio, I made I'm out.
I'm out. Hey, Fernie's been pretty quiet for a few weeks now.
Well, Fernie, how's your portfolio looking? What portfolio?
hey,
What
hey,
portfolio?
hey, typical. I mean, I'm not even into the crypto that much anymore, you know?
I gave it up.
Hey, it's like in Coming to America, you go into his apartment, he's got a hot tub in the he's got a hot tub, like, where the fuck did Cardano must have hit
Oh, Cardano's fucking tripling in numbers right now.
In the apartment. Still,
in the
I moved
apartment
in.
still.
bro.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a crypto king right there. But I just thought that was curious. I really thought about that. The moment I was like, I don't know many women that are into crypto like that. And I guess if
Gotta
you're,
get Ari into it.
yeah, I know I'm helping my sisters and my mom get into it. So trying to
Trying
guide
to
them.
coach. It's like you literally have to show them. You can't just tell them. Like you have to show
I
like
sent an article in there.
Yeah.
So ladies, if you have a special someone or a roster, it don't really matter. You have a male in your life because a lot of males are in crypto. Go ahead and ask.
Hey, no. You astrology queens need to find a crypto king.
Or an
And that
Is that the collab?
That's the collab. That's the power dynamic. That's the power couple right there.
It don't really matter. Just
Astrology coin. Call it Sagicoin if you will.
Bro, you're telling me
Cosmo
like
coin.
if you're
Cancer
Cosmo
coin. There's Cosmo coins.
is there really?
Yeah, Adam. ATOM.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about this. I was like, you really want to get the female demographic? Go ahead and try to do something based. Bro, we have a dog coin. Men
Multiple.
love dogs. Okay, so do
Women love dogs
No,
too.
I know, but what I'm saying is like, agreed. What I'm saying is if you
That's
want,
why they bought Doge.
if you want to have a coin that really captures or maybe tries to like influence, I think that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Astrology coins.
I caught a wave late but early. Still kind of early. Still kind of like teenage years, you would say. Not child, adolescent. On
Go on.
You weren't early to the
On the
party.
stock.
You were right on time.
on stock. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A stock or crypto?
Stock.
Okay.
On stock.
Stonks.
On Reddit, they're making a big deal about what is it? AMC.
AMC again.
It's going up.
Well, the guy that we both watch made a killing on AMC.
Oh, I know.
He shows.
He shows.
That's
He
that's the type
shows.
of people that I respect showing because he's instructional.
You can. There's this
Even
thing
though
called.
he says,
This is not financial advice. This is not financial.
I
By
know.
any means, this is not financial
He's like,
advice.
I'm not-
Now look at my portfolio.
I'm not trying to shape the market here.
Mm-hmm.
the thing is that he had mentioned that shit
A while
before
back.
it blew up,
Mm-hmm.
and my goofy ass did not listen. I just,
He kept on saying too. He's like, I swear by it, guys. I swear by it. I know I sound crazy, but buy into it.
No, he said it once it was already kind of like shooting up.
Mhm.
But before that, he said, I've been holding this, blah, 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 yada, yada, and I'm still waiting on this one.
Body, yada.
Hey, see, you know what my problem is? I get in early, but then my issues of commitment, I leave.
Way too early.
I was in early on Doge when it was at a penny, and I was in AMC when it was at $7.
And look, hey, if you
And look at me, I left the party early.
If you would have just held.
Because,
I had paper hands, bro. I had paper hands.
It's all right.
You gotta have diamond hands in this
I have
game.
paper hands too. You live and you learn. I actually learned more from my paper hand experiences than I have.
Hey, my L's taught me more than my wins did.
Bro, I even learned now. I'll read the graph and everything. All right, before I sell, I gotta do this. I gotta do this now. I gotta just little plays that I just
Yeah.
pretend
Hey, fake it till you make it. You learn through the losses.
that I pretend that I'm reading. but-
Like, who was? Oh, Nipsey was in on crypto early before he passed.
He was.
And he was talking about how you could have 10 plays and you could have 8 bad ones, but your 2 good plays can make up for your 8 bad ones.
No, that's how. Super agreed on that.
Yeah, like you just got to try. You got to put your feelers out there, and you may fail. Like, use this in life, like, and this is kind of gonna segue into a topic, but like, if you try and you just put everything out there, you diversify your bonds. Even if you fuck up those 8 times, the times that you do succeed could trump whatever you lost. And because you learn from all those other things losing, like, like, okay, I should have pulled out here, or I should have never invested here because I didn't know how to read the chart of what was going on. I didn't do enough research. You take all that knowledge into that one, and that's when it hit.
Which I think patience has like the biggest part to play in that, because think about what you just said. Okay, if you fail out of 8 of those and 2 of them hit really well, and they kind of make up for those other 8 losses, let's just say you're in the green, right? You're in a good space, but your future investments, you might have 6, and you might hit on 4 of those 6 now because you know your good strategies.
Yeah.
So don't take those first, and you could even see that in terms of like months. Like, you lost on your first 8 months, but the last 2 really set you up for the ones even to come in the future. But I don't think people have that much patience.
That's why you invest in what you believe in, like ADA, like Cardano, or like I said.
There's an OnlyFans coin?
Not yet.
If I fucking see that, I know where it came from, because I don't hear nobody talking about
that
this.
IP, bro. Keep that IP, bro.
Just print it. Nah, but like you gotta really.
I love my one.
You gotta really believe in like the coin, do research on it, and believe it's gonna hit.
Believed in her.
It's the same thing. That's why I invested in ETH and Cardano, because I believed in it. You believed in it so much, I believed in ADA.
Which in turn made me believe in it.
Yeah.
Roger texted me. He's like, "Thanks, bro." I was like, "What, ADA?"
Yeah.
Question mark. And then he's like, "Bro, how'd you know?" I was like,
Bro, I've been
I'm
preaching this motherfucker.
Yeah, because hey, I'm in the same shit.
I watched this one. I even had Alec FOMO in. Fear of missing
He's
out.
like, I might throw a couple.
He's all fuck.
I might throw a couple stacks
He's
that
all,
way.
He's like,
I was gonna throw this at a shawty in Miami, but I think I could put a couple down right here.
I'm gonna keep it down, keep it down, keep it down.
Hey, it was all over his story.
No,
It was all over his story.
Hey,
it was all over his story and his Twitter, bro. I'm not saying nothing
he was
that's
not
not public
subtle about
knowledge.
it. Not so. Hey, by the way, respect. Not subtle about it at all.
To
Neither would I.
segue off of crypto, because we don't want this to be a too long of a podcast, but I'll panel it. Would you rather, how to handle success? This question was actually sent in. I'm just mixing up the words a little bit, putting my name on the bottom.
Thank you for ever sent it in, by the way. You know who you are.
Would you rather, as a businessman, have success early or success late? And if so, why?
You want to start this?
I'd rather do it late, because if you succeed early, you get used to the money or the success, the congratulations. And then when it slows down, you don't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
So when you start off slow, you know the hard days, you know the bad days when you don't have enough finances, or when you got to squeeze the shit out of a penny or something. So the good days are easy.
Yeah.
You enjoy them better. They feel better.
And apply that, like, not only I'm using it as business, but even just life in general. Like, even if you peaked early, would you rather peak late or early?
Late.
I'd rather peak like when
Yo, in the
pretty much
middle.
like when you're mature enough to handle it.
Yeah.
You don't want to spiral out of control either. So I think like even when it's later, like you can handle it better. If I would have been making what I'm making right now,
5 years ago.
like even way younger than that, I would have gone out of. I was making good money, even though like as soon as I was like 19.
It's relative.
Yeah.
Relative, yeah.
Way out of control. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I tell him the same thing. But you agree?
No, 100%. I'm glad that I've had so many, I guess I wouldn't, failures in different parts of life at my age, because I saw it firsthand when people didn't know what to do when adversity came forward in college. Like, I had friends all the time. They didn't know how to deal with small things. And I guess your losses gives you a lot of perspective on just different, and it could be a loss in something in one industry that has nothing to do with something else. But a loss over here will teach you something way beyond that. And I saw it firsthand of what not having that perspective does to people.
Yeah.
Like, I saw grown men crack for the littlest things. And in my mind, I thought to myself, I was like, damn, and you don't even really know the half of this. Like, you don't realize like how
worse it can actually get.
100%. I was like, you've had a bailout your whole life. I was like, I'm glad I never. Well, yeah, I'm glad I never had that my whole life, because at this point, at least from what I feel, I've already dealt with like the hardest things before. Where I'm at now, no day is I mean, days are hard, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But nothing to that extent, especially when you're emotionally underdeveloped, even intellectually underdeveloped. Like, there's so much skills that I didn't have back then. But perspectives put me in a place where I even thought to myself, well, I might not be the most intellectual or emotionally developed in these areas, but I think I should be okay. Now it's just like, well, I have all the tools now. I have no reason. Even if I take a loss now, which I still take losses, I know I'm going to be good for
it ain't your worst loss. Like,
Oh,
I
no.
look at it the same way. Like I was saying earlier, what I tell you is if I were to have started a clothing line when I was 17, 18, it would have failed.
100%.
And I would have not known how. I would have given up on trying again because I would have just looked at it. I wasn't ready to handle a loss. I wasn't in the right space. I didn't have enough financial resources or even just network resources of knowing people, knowledge. And I would have failed. If I would have tried to do music when I was 18, it would have been trash, but also I would have just given up. Like, I would have looked at it, if I would have tried all my dreams when I was 18 that I'm doing now, if I would have tried when I was 18 and they all failed, by the time I was 25, I would have just given up and just probably just said, fuck it, I'm just going to get a regular whatever job and that's it. Hey, I tried already. Isn't that what life is? It's just supposed to try. Versus, yeah, let me try doing what society wants me to do, which is go to school to, you know, get a degree, to get a good career, and hopefully you can get that job. I'd rather have failed at that to be like, well, if this is what everybody's supposed to do and I failed at it, then fuck it. Why don't I just try something nobody else is trying and see if it works?
Yeah.
And that's when knowledge of, I started that at what, 25? So that's 7 years after originally when I left the house. And back then, I had my dad telling me, because he had us at such a young age, always putting the pressure on us of like, you need to have a good career, you need to buy a house, you need to do this, you need to do that. So like, even though I was having my wins, I didn't even look at them as wins because I was comparing, you know, me learning to somebody else's wins. Like I love when people post their wins now, like of either they got their own place or stuff like that. And it's like, shit, I was doing that at, like when we talk about like, bro, we did that at 17, but we never looked at it as a win because we're comparing it to somebody that's 20 years older than us.
Yeah, it's like, we were never going to win at that point.
Yeah, no, you're never going to win. And it's all about perspective. Everything's relative.
Yeah.
Like how you said, like if you're making the money you're making now, back when you first started, you would have spiraled out. I would have did the same thing. Like I look at like Lil Wayne. I look at like these child stars. Like Lil Wayne was popping when he was 9.
He was a phenom.
Yeah. And it's like, bro, the fact you're still alive is like a tribute to, because not many people would make it out of that, clearly.
Which I want to ask you, because you're in music. So you know how you just said you're glad you got to it at that age? What do you say to those that just say, fuck it, as soon as I graduate high school, I'm only focusing on music?
Do that. But you also have to ask yourself, is that something you really want to do?
Yeah, because if you love it and you keep failing,
You're gonna keep doing it. But if you don't know that, like, if back when I was a kid, like fucking sound old, back when I was 18, and it was like, to me, I wanted to do it, but it was also just an idea. I didn't know how bad I wanted to do it till all my options were taken away from me. Like, when everything's taken away from you, what do you want to do? Like, if you don't have a job, bro, there was a like a month, 2 month span where I didn't have a job. It's like, what did I always do? I was always writing. It's like, well, sometimes your answers are right in front of your face.
Yeah.
Like, even when you have nothing, what do you always fall back on? Okay, now, since you do that when you have nothing, absolutely nothing, you have no money coming in, you have nothing in the foreseeable fucking future, but yet you still do these things, then that's what you're meant to do.
But don't you think that part of your journey and part of like your greatest attributes is you have a good perspective on life because of those different, like, think about it. You were in the fashion industry, you were in this type of industry, like you were in so many different industries, kind of testing the waters to see what you like and what you don't like. It gave you such a good perspective on the grand scheme of everything, to give you like just vision and sight of everything. And
I'm doing all those things because I realize I want to do all those things. Like, you have to try. One of my uncle's one of my mentors, and he said, like, before you start your clothing line, live life and let your clothing line come to you. Like, keep going down this path. When I was interning in LA for a stylist and like still doing all this stuff, he's like, do that, because in that you're gonna come across a bunch of designer brands of where you eventually want to be, and you're gonna see exactly what you like about them, what you don't like about them, and your brand is gonna come to you, and it's just like, and through that as well, you're gonna see if you really like, how bad do you really want it, because if you're gonna let that stop you, then you really didn't want it. Like we see those like pictures of like somebody digging like the motivational ones. It's like you don't realize how close you are to success when you give up. Like there's one person digging and they just gave up, and then there's another person digging and it's like the same, you could have reached success at the same time, but you gave up and this person kept trying. And it's like that's when you really have to have honest conversations with yourself. It's like, is this what I really want to do? And if it can be taken away so easily from me, then I didn't want to do it. If the first sign of failure I gave up, I didn't want to do it. You never wanted to do it, because if you did, you weren't going to let anything stop you, like what Fernie was saying. Like if that's something you really want to do, like all great artists, I listen to interviews, I was saying it earlier, I listen to interviews all the time. No music artist made their first song and it sounded good other than Lil Baby. But but
Facts.
Like everybody starts trash, and you don't know when you're gonna get good. But if you love it that much, you're eventually gonna get good. When you did your first haircut, probably wasn't
How bad
great.
was it?
Not as bad, but it's not.
But somebody could say like, you could build
pay
on
for that haircut? The first haircut you gave? Like would you pay, like
I charged.
$3.
about $3?
But the thing is that I didn't just do the haircut and then like I was done. Like I was on the haircut until it was done. You feel me? Like I was just right there until it looked at least decent.
Yeah.
If I still had my old camera phone, you guys would see the old shit that I do. It actually looked decent.
I was there. I was at Barber's Edge though. I don't know. I wasn't there when you were at beauty school.
I'm talking about the restroom, and I only had 2 machines.
Oh no, I was there when you were at Barber's Edge. See,
On a stool.
I wasn't there before he got to Voyager, bro. I wasn't there.
Couldn't
But
mess
when
it
I
up.
got to Voyager, I still, we're 10 years deep, 11 years in, and look at him now. And he
King of
really
the world.
wanted to do it. Like even through failure, he's still fucking trying. Like it was gonna take like the wrath of fucking God for him to stop. Like the person had to get up out of the chair and say, "No, bro, stop," for him to give up. And that's what it takes.
The Hawks were the ones that
I was there for that.
discouraged me.
They
And
discouraged
those were
you.
the most popular at the time.
Oh,
You guys
the
were
first.
already- when you guys got me at Barber's Edge, I was already
Yeah.
killing it. I was
Yeah.
already learning shit. The restroom days, I used to do just like a straight mohawk, and it'll be all even, and then I'll just taper up the sides and put a designer thing. I mean, they look cool, but like looking back, I was in a faux hawk.
Yo,
Yeah, I don't know
we had a
what
bunch of
this
Mr.
is.
T's walking everywhere.
I don't know what this haircut is, but it's definitely not that.
Crispy line of it was definitely not a faux hawk. But fuck it, I'm here. Became a faux hawk king for a while.
Yeah.
Faux King.
And see, like
So I guess pretty much all of us choose success later.
success later, because you got to learn how to handle failure. What he was saying earlier, like if you automatically get handed everything, the moment it gets taken away from you, you're not gonna know how to handle it. Like I don't want to be surrounded by people that were always handed. I need to have people in my corner, at least people that I do business with. I need to have people in my corner that have failed, probably a lot.
Oh, hey, good thing we're business partners.
Hey,
I failed a lot.
I've seen all the failures.
I've
Like-
seen so many. Hey, been through all of them.
Been through all of them. I was there when I was unemployed. And like I need to know, like when shit gets tough, like if I know how to stretch $100 to last a whole month while I need to pay rent, I need to know that the other person knows how to do the same. So like when it gets to its absolute worst, like
And I did, even with fucking Miller High Lifes.
don't ask how we
Hey,
finessed.
2 for 3.
Like it
disgusting
sounds
what we do.
dumb, but you just need to know, like if you don't know how to handle failure, you need to be surrounded by people that do know how to handle failure.
There's something to that.
That could tell you exactly what failure is. Like, hey bro, you're not even at failure, you're not even at your lowest yet.
Bro, you think rock bottom? I remember seeing it, like people would think they're at rock bottom. I'm like, dude,
This
have
isn't even rock bottom.
No idea.
Yeah. So like we're at now, and I tell her through this, it's like I don't have a mortgage, I don't have kids. Like if there's gonna be ever a chance where I'm gonna take a risk, it's gonna be right now. Because Lord forbid I have those responsibilities, and then it's like, bro, you have 2 kids. What are you trying to rap for? Like, the way I look at it is like what my dad said. Like, you might as well sow all your wild oats. You do whatever it is you want to do now, because the moment you have a kid, that's when your life stops and their life begins.
Yeah.
So you stop living for you. You start living for them.
Yeah.
And whatever you do goes to them. And that's just the way I view it. Like, that's the way I was raised and how I saw things, and that's just the mentality I have. So, and you think the same way. It's like, bro, if I don't want to be that guy that's, still trying to live my 20s when I got a kid looking up to me.
Yeah, no.
And wondering how we're gonna eat. And it's like, oh well, I'm.
You'll be surprised, bro.
Yeah.
No, I know it. I think about that constantly of like the age I'd probably want to have kids. I'm all by that age. I should have no excuse as to why I can't dedicate a lot of time to him, a lot of resources, because I've already set myself up to where, they're going to be fine.
I have mentally in my head 30. 30, I'll start considering having kids. And if at 30 years old I can't have a kid, bro, I have no business having a kid.
Yeah.
No business having
Ever.
a kid, and I might as well just stop what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta get at some
I
point.
also don't believe. I also, by the way, I've also thought about this. I don't think 20s. I don't know who put this in everybody's head, but like early 20s and like high school, those are the best times of your life. I don't know who the fuck started that. I don't know if this was a social thing, a cultural. I don't know
social
where.
construct.
It's probably
I don't know where.
that fucked up and just
It's
Those are the
because-
people that Those are the people that were never handed everything early.
Mm-hmm.
Those
Like,
people.
I think it's because you're supposed to graduate college by your 22, 23. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you graduate college, start a family.
Oh yeah, hey, your whole life starts now.
Yeah, like, but think about when our parents were kids, their parents were telling them, like, graduate high school, go get a job, start a family. And then it's like, no, we got to go to college. Okay, after you're done with college, get married, start a family.
100%.
And it's like, no. I was at the Comedy Store in LA, and this comedian, it was a joke, but it's always stuck with me. She said, your 30s are just your 20s, but with money.
That's what I think.
That's what your 30s are.
That's what I always thought about. Like you're like I think about it this way. Okay, let's say you have your kids.
You got excited, right?
Bro, I did.
Let's say you have your little Arturitos.
Hey, let's say you have little.
You give them Doritos.
You have little Keelys over there.
Apollo.
Little Apollo over there just
No,
guarding
Apollo,
everybody.
They're both watching each other.
Hey, just one dumbass watching another.
Mentally the same age.
But think about it, bro. Like, think about you. You already have exactly what you want. Like, you have your family. Everybody's set up good. Now, like, I'm in my mid 30s, probably the prime of my life, shape wise. Like, I think for most men, you're gonna be in your prime.
There's TRT.
There's that too. You have now you have money, especially. It's like, oh, now I could go on these badass vacations. Somebody could watch my kids for like a week.
I can afford a babysitter.
Oh, that's gonna be the funnest with the love of my life, my soulmate.
Before y'all have kids, let's enjoy. I'm gonna call y'all up and I'm gonna be like, Mastros. I don't want to hear no bullshit from nobody.
You could say that now.
Huh?
You could say that
Oh, you
now.
guys are cool with that?
Yeah.
Arturo doesn't like spending money. You know.
Hey, bro,
There's certain things he'll spend money on.
He knows that.
He slowly over time adds things to that list of what he'll spend money on.
I want to go have fucking steak.
Yeah.
At a steak house.
Yeah, we
I would tell you this, and this is how I would approach that. You need to tell me ahead of time, so I feel like I've earned it up to that point. It can't just be like a random Tuesday. It's like, nah, bro, I haven't earned it.
Fucking masochist. What can I say?
I don't want to call up and be like, nah, man, I don't want to drop.
No, but if you tell me, hey, on the 20th, we're gonna go have mash shows. You know what? I'm gonna grind to make sure that steak's gonna be the best steak I've ever had. Earned it.
All right. Now I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to get to the point where we argue about who's gonna pay the bill.
Oh, bro, I want to do fucking card roulette,
My
but actually be confident that it's not gonna decline. No, we can do that. I've done that like in college, and trust me, it didn't go that well.
I got a friend that has his uncle.
Don't ever do it at
and his
brunch.
dad, they argue about who's gonna pay the bill. They're like, "What do you think I'm on welfare? Like,
Yeah.
give me that." Like,
Yeah.
or they'll try to split it, and he'll be like, "Nah, what the fuck?"
Like, what are we gonna split it for? Split it 5. There's 5 families. Why are we gonna
This is
split it 5?
This is a $6,000 tax.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. That's at that point. I know we've won. And I'm not saying finances are everything, but at that point, I know we're comfortable.
No, I know. There's nothing wrong with being able to spend $6,000 on a steakhouse. That's a dub.
Or strip club.
Yeah. He's all pleased.
No, bro.
20,000 in ones. I want to know how it feels to be a little baby.
I just want to walk around with the brick.
I guess if we could, in summation,
In summation, we killed that topic. Shout out to Brianna for that one.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Do you have any advice for all these people? Since you're a crypto king yourself, investor yourself.
Since
Hey,
your
my
toes be
peon.
crippin'.
My portfolio is peon.
Hey, your
But-
portfolio's bad, but you did say something really good during the break.
Invest it. That's number one right there. Don't be scared to lose your money. Don't throw it all away either. You know what I mean?
Don't do
put
that.
yourself
Do
in
it
a financial
wisely.
situation.
Within means.
Do it. You know what I mean? If you have $100, throw it in like 4 ways. You know, 25 here. Wait for another dip. Boom. Put it in there. If it's going up, put it. You know what I mean? Risk it at a smart. You'll learn. And to be honest, I could have been investing since like 2017. The money that I was scared to invest back then, I don't have it now. So it feels worse when you don't do it. That woulda, coulda, shoulda eats you up more than my portfolio being down right now. And that's
Because then you start thinking about what you did spend it on.
Yeah, like what did you spend it on? Like just dumb shit at the time, probably. I'm sure
Stuff that you probably don't even remember.
rims, tires, strippers.
stuff you don't have right now.
Stuff I don't have right
all
now.
stuff
Shoes.
you don't
Hey,
have
by
right
the way,
now.
you could still splurge. I'm not saying don't do that, but those are all depreciating assets, my brother.
Yeah. But back then, you know, you wanted what you wanted.
I get it.
Shoes, clothes, I don't even wear it. You know what I mean? I don't even buy clothes anymore. If it's not locally made now, I won't wear it. Well, I won't buy it. I just don't really care.
Shout out Nonfiction. Shout out Itty. Shout out who am I missing? Currents. Shout out
Dead
Heaven's
Daddies.
Demons, obviously.
Shout
Shout
out
out
Parkside.
DDE. Dead Daddies Entertainment. Huh?
I
Shout
said
out Parkside.
Parkside.
I think who? Did we leave somebody off the list? I feel
Goods.
bad if I leave some. Oh, Artistic Hype.
Artistic Hype. Dweeptron.
Dweebtron. Dweebs do cry.
Big shout out to Dweeby.
What else? Do we have any
Sixth
final
Street,
topics?
Everbloom.
6th Street Everbloom.
That game's not looking really too.
No, I don't even want to look at the game right now. It's gonna get me mad.
It's really bad.
I should have bet.
Yeah, you would have won a lot of money because LeBron was.
Hey, look at
favored.
you, brother. You're talking about over here, like, hey, take the risk, take the gamble, and you couldn't even take the gamble on this.
Nah, it's not even that. I didn't even know the game was gonna be on today.
Oh, okay.
I haven't been following. it.
Hey, with that being said, be knowledgeable. Do your research. Invest. Take the risk within reason what you're able to lose. And, yeah, like, I know what we were saying, like, kind of just know that that's what you want to do, whatever it is, and try it. Because you don't know if you really don't want to do it. Or maybe it's just an idea. The only way you're going to figure it out is if you actually do it. Like, that's the only way you're going to figure it out. You don't know what you can't do if you never don't do it.
And the best things
Exactly.
behind fear are usually like the greatest.
There's a reason you're afraid of it.
Yeah.
You
And
must really want it.
You're afraid to lose it. Like, there was so many years I was afraid to try just because I was afraid of failure. And it's like, once you realize that failure is not as bad as you think it is, you're fine.
Bro, and when you think about it, it's like, bro, if this is what I'm failing at, then I shouldn't be complaining. Because there's worse things that you could be failing in.
Yeah.
Way worse things.
Well, you gotta normalize failure. It's just you try it. You know?
But see, but you think that, but I feel like we're going even more in that direction of people are afraid of more things now than ever.
They're afraid because everybody posts their wins. They don't post their failures.
Yeah. By the way, I did see somebody on social media not too long ago post their failures, and I mean it wasn't anybody crying or anything like that, but it was a general like, oh, this is what I was aiming for, this is what I wanted, I didn't hit it, and I'm just like, you see, good. I'm glad somebody put it out there
Yeah.
because you never see the losses.
I always tell everybody I'm losing.
You personally, but like on social media, like I saw this person do on social media, I'm like, oh, you know what? Good for you. I'm glad. And you know what? Something good's probably gonna come of it.
Hopefully.
And now when they post the win, I'm all, I respect that even more now.
Nah, it's a lesson.
Yeah. That's what. An L is not a loss. It's a lesson. As cheesy as it is.
An L is only an L if you don't learn from it.
A lot of L's.
La, 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 la.
Learn.
LLC.
Lesson.
LLC. I'm trying to think. Do we have any more time? Do we want to end it on?
I thought we ended that on a good note.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I thought we ended that
Hey, you know what?
on positive, motivating.
Short
guys.
and sweet this week, guys. Short and sweet this week. Are we gonna have any guests on next week?
Yep. We got guests coming next week. Do you want to announce the guests, or you just want to just hint at it?
Hint at it, but it's a big deal.
We're just telling the truth here.
Hey, big deal, guys. Don't worry.
True story.
Huge show.
I
Coming.
gave just 2 hints. We're telling the truth here. All truth.
Oh,
You understand?
I understand.
You get it.
So I'm gonna be here.
Mm-hmm.
You'll probably be here.
You'll be here, and the goods are gonna return.
Oh,
That too. Mm-hmm. It's a
I'm
thing.
gonna be here now.
Definitely.
You don't want to miss it. Neither do you guys. But thank you guys for listening in this week. Please subscribe, unsubscribe, subscribe again. Rate 5
Like,
stars,
share.
like, share, send it to your beautiful cousins. I'm really just
Either
thinking about one cousin
If
specifically.
they're here, if they're south of the border, they know how to make homemade tortillas.
It could be just
Like
even
Doña
east of
Mari's.
here. Shout out Doña Mari.
If you're gonna be at Papa's and Beer,
It's
June
hard.
20th,
June 20th.
Around there.
All the specific day, but if you're gonna be,
maybe,
it don't matter. But we gonna be around, guys.
You know what?
because some Papas is gonna be there.
Schedule's getting blocked.
Schedule
game.
this matter of fact.
He's like, I got blocked this whole weekend out.
What
Look
was
at
it?
you.
We're going the 18th, right?
19,
No.
We're
20,
taking off the
21.
19th?
Taking off the
I can tell
19th
you
Friday.
the exact. Friday, Saturday,
18th, so
Sunday.
Saturday.
Oh, we're taking up. Oh, 18, 19, 20.
18, 19, 20.
Yoink.
Hey, mark it down, guys. You guys are gonna know we're gonna be.
Oh
there.
shit! Yeah.
Yeah. We just, hey, don't matter. Also, don't matter if we see you guys there, even better. But until then, until next week, guys.
God, they
Adam's-
can't buy a bucket, bro.
Adam's thoroughly
Bro,
disappointed over here.
I've been like
mad.
this since I was a kid, bro. If sports is on, I'm gonna look.
No, I get it. I get it.
I
I'm just-
can't
I'm,
not
I'm
look
trying
when
to thoroughly
sports
just
is on.
sign
It
us
could
off.
be- it could
trying
be
to show some
nothing.
respect to our viewers, our 50 million viewers that we have.
It could even be golf, bro. I'm gonna be like,
Wait, 50 million people gonna see this?
50.
I hope so.
Yeah. Eventually, that's what
manifest
it's
it,
gonna be.
King.
Cut me off.
Should have cut you. He should have cut you off a long time ago. But until next week, guys, we love you. We appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe out there. Excited for next week. Until then, deuces.
Later.